Hello everyone, George here, and as you can see, we are back on F1 Clash as always to play the final round of the Italian GP. For this event, I'm using Vettel at level 4 and Gasly at level 5. As for my setup, I'm using my highest PAGR setup with the Apex instead of the Club because the 10% basically makes it better. For this round, a lot of talking about this round. I did play my first 6 races. We currently have 164 points. It is a decent score, don't get me wrong. I'm on my way to get a new personal best, but we literally got robbed in our first 3 races. All of them were dry races, and I basically lost around 30 points from what I scored yesterday. Race 4 around Canada was a surprise with a 12 or 16% chance of a wet race. I did get a mixed weather race and ended up with 43 points. So basically, I gained back the points I lost in the first 3 races, but those 30 points lost were gonna be enough for us to get a top 10 finish. So next up, we are on Silverstone. We are facing a real player as well. This player here is in my final group in this Grand Prix event as well. Of course, we are gonna get out qualified. It is going to be a dry qualifying session. Gasly is in P20, Vettel is in P23, and we do get a rain start. So this is gonna be a mixed weather race. So I do basically have a chance to improve my score from yesterday during this race. So I'm just gonna go 100% for a 2-stop strategy with Vettel, as I'm looking forward to go for the undercut. And the Hex is gonna give Vettel a decent chance of overtaking. He's gonna be so aggressive. So 2-3-2 for Vettel, and there's only 2 minutes till the track dries out. So that means 2 laps on wet tires, after that 3 laps on full boost with Vettel, and after that I'm gonna be on soft tires, and from there hopefully the AI cars in front of us are gonna be on or are gonna still be on wet tires, so that gives us a huge chance to gain a lot of points. I'm just gonna be going for a 1-stop strategy with Gasly, 4 laps on wet tires. After that I'm gonna pit for a new set of mediums, and from there I can push to the end of the race. As you can see, Vettel is just so aggressive when he's using the Hex boost. So I'm gonna be letting him overtake Gasly, and after that we're gonna pit, go for the undercut 100%, as I believe the whole field or 90% of the AI cars are just gonna pit at the end of lap 3. And from there, on the second stint, I believe the midfield cars are gonna go to pit for a second time, but the front runners will stay out. Even if the track was dry, they're gonna stay out, and basically we are gonna have a chance to overtake all of them. Hopefully the undercut works perfectly. We're gonna boost for 3 laps now with Vettel, but don't get me wrong, I am happy with the scores I got this weekend, or especially this final round. I honestly mastered my strategy. Unfortunately for me, the first 3 races, and especially races 1 and 3 around Monza and Suzuka, were supposed to be wet races, but yeah, I didn't manage to get the most out of my cars, the most out of the drivers, and I was basically forced to let's say accept the defeat of those, or the deficit of those 30 points. But it's all good. We're gonna pit Gasly now for a new set of mediums. The track is drying out. Vettel looks amazing in overtaking. The Hex boost is kind of better than the dead fast when it comes to wet races, and I do basically need Vettel just to overtake Gasly in front of him, because he's just making us lose a lot of time. So he goes for it. Vettel is up in P9. He is yet to pit again, but this time he's going to be on the soft tires. The track is drying out rapidly. And I am confident that basically we do have one lap to overtake those AI cars who are on the wet tires. And as I said, like half the field is 100% gonna pit for new slicks, but most of these cars are gonna stay out, and especially the top 10 AI runners. So you can see the whole field except me and my rival is on the wet compound. Another thing, if this was an AI that I'm facing, this whole race would have been different. I'm confident that we could have got at least 40 to 45 points. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm pretty happy with how things went during this race. Some AI cars did indeed pit for slicks. The top or the front runners did stay out. But Gasly in P12, Vettel in P9. If we can get more points, Gasly should be up in P10 or P9. I don't think he's gonna catch Norris, but hopefully he does. Vettel is in P8. He's gonna finish in P8. He doesn't have any more fuel. Gasly is up in P10 as well, and this is gonna be 17 for Vettel and 15 points, 32 points. This is an improvement, a huge improvement from yesterday, and we move on to our final race. Next up, we have Monza. Again, this one is gonna be a dry race, so I'm actually thinking of taking a risk and go for a two-stop strategy with the driver in the back. So I might go for a one-stop strategy with Gasly, who should be in front, P19. One-stop strategy with Vettel, two-stop strategy with Vettel. I'm gonna definitely use the dead fast for Sebastian, and just use let's use Street Sharp for Gasly. This gives him some overtaking, some speed booster, and some tire management. This is an AI I'm facing, by the way. It took me a while to find this rival, but hopefully this strategy works. Hopefully the undercut is worth it. Yesterday I did score 30 points, so if we can improve a little bit more, this will definitely be a huge progress. Yesterday I believe we got 213 points. If I am on a deficit and during this race, then I won't improve. If I can score 30 plus points, then I should be around 225, 230, something like that. But I'm definitely happy with the strategy I'm using. I'm definitely happy with the qualifying sessions. At least I got out of, let's say, the bottom four. But the first three races were honestly heartbreaking. I would have got definitely a top 10 spot, as most of the finalists are just not scoring that good during this Grand Prix event, especially because of Monza and Canada, and of course Silverstone, but mainly Canada is just ruining the entire Grand Prix for a lot of people. So going now for the undercut with Vettel, I'm gonna be boosting him for 3 full laps, pit again with service, and then boost to finish from there. He might run out of fuel halfway through lap 8, but it is fine. Hopefully this gamble pays off. He is gonna be gaining a lot of positions, I do know that, but he has to stop again, and I cannot afford Vettel to be stuck behind AI cars, because he's gonna lose precious time. This is one. Second, for the undercut to work, you need a track that doesn't have a lot of corners, that have some straights, and around Monza you basically have two main spots for overtaking. You have the start finish line, and because of the defense system of the AI cars, you sometimes you get blocked on that straight even if you're using dead fast or hacks. And you have parabolica here. You do have a chance to overtake some cars. Vettel is now up in P12. Let's see if he can jump one or two cars before going to pit. You can see the AI cars, they don't defend easily against you. They block you. Even if it's let's say under braking, they start waving on the straights just to prevent you from overtaking them. I do need Gasly as well to pick up some positions. Vettel is gonna be out in P17, P18 maybe, but we're not improving. And honestly, I am a little bit worried that the gamble didn't work. At least Vettel is in front, so the rival overtook us with some phasing magic, but it's all good. Hopefully Vettel can clear all these cars in front of him. Probably I should have used the hacks, but I did decide to go for the dead fast, is because it gives a little bit of tire management and some extra fuel as well. Gasly is up in P10 at the moment. He has one more lap to go. There is a little bit of AI cars that are yet to pit again. So if Gasly can jump 2-3 cars who are in the pit lane, that would be amazing. Vettel is up in P16 at the moment. I need to cut down Gasly. He's about to run out of tires, but he is up in P8. Vettel is now up in P13. And this is going to be 29 points. So we are in a deficit of 1 point only, and I'm happy with this. If we can finish with 29, 30 points, this would be amazing. Let's just push Gasly from here. He's definitely running out of fuel, but let's just try to build a little bit of gap. Hopefully Vettel can pick up Ricardo here in front of him. It is going to be a no around Parabolica, and that's going to be 29 points. We should have around 225 to 229 probably. But at the end of the day, I'm happy with these scores. So we do indeed have 225 points. We are currently in P7. Those first 3 races could have helped us get at least P5 in this list. But it is what it is. I'm gonna be getting top 20 100%. So yeah, this is definitely an improvement. This is gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow for the rewards video. Until then, stay safe, take care, and peace.